Hello, welcome to today's forecast. This is pound CAD H1 chart. If you could like the video, getting a little bit more likes in the video, which is pretty good. So let's keep it going. Pound CAD H1 chart yesterday, or the last few days, sorry. We got a break of Monday's low, retest, and we become selling. We had this sort of inefficient move. We took some off, let the rest run. I myself am out, but if you're still in this trade, looking for this support and resistance level as an overall target, overall quite a nice trade. The mechanics behind it on the H or the weekly time frame, just sold off heavily before all these areas. I've gone over it loads and loads in other videos. So just looking for selling opportunities, and yeah, quite a nice trade. Aussie CAD, nothing to do, didn't trigger. We were looking for a break below Monday's low, but didn't get it. So nice little filter, just grind it higher. So no harm done there. Aussie New Zealand, similar story. We were looking for a break below Monday's low to get involved with shorts, but alas it broke higher, and it's coming up to retest these higher time frame levels. So if we go out to the weekly, we do have this bearish candle, but you know, sometimes when you get such an obvious candle like this, a lot of stops are resting above here. So let's see what's happening. We've got no breakdown yet, we've got no confirmation yet, but we still are underneath this important level. So sometimes it's important to zoom out and have a look at where we are in the market. Sometimes when you're down at H1, you can get sort of annoyed and distance yourself from the trade because it doesn't look like it's bearish, but you know, take a step back, go out to higher time frames, take stock of what you need to, and go at it again. So no trade triggered this week on the selling opportunity, but it could come in next week. So keep an eye on it, market down. As there's not much else today that I'm looking at. Dollar CAD potentially, although it's been a tad tricky. We do have Monday's high here acting as resistance so far, but I want to draw your attention to this level that I've had on my charts on the H1. So we've come down and that's acted as support and bounced. So what I'm looking for, if I can just tidy this up a little bit, so we've got the initial move, we've come back down. If we can get back above Monday's level, that should confirm that we are indeed going higher. You can put your stops behind the swing points and looking to take out this previous week's high. And yeah, that's about it. A few trades given into the group, but I'll not go over them here. Maybe look at Aussie actually. Aussie dollar. If we go out to the H4 chart, it's important to take note of the support and resistance area, and we're just coming back up into that area again. So although we do have a lot of confluence in the higher time frame suggesting that this could be breaking down, I have had no confirmation yet. What I like to look for is a break below Monday's low, and it's not happened. It's just consolidated sideways, but we're still in this area, the higher time frame levels, where we could break down. So just keep it on your charts, and yeah, we'll see what happens. No trade yet, it's just price actions went sideways, so can't really get involved. So dollar CAD really the main focus today, and that's about it. There's no point in trying to force things. So I think someone wanted me to look at gold actually. So it's quite bullish at the moment, but there is, you know, we've sold off heavily before at these levels, so I would not like to be buying straight into an area where we sold off heavily before. It's just, it doesn't make sense. So sort of like if we take this swing point here where we're heavy buying, people selling into this, the actual move, the bigger move is to the upside. You don't really want to be selling into an area where we've bought heavily before. So we've sold off heavily before here. That's my first observation. But there's nothing really breaking down. We do have a swing point here, and as long as it stays below there, I'd rather be selling gold. If we go down into the H1, let's take a look at price action. Yeah, it's just going sideways, so there's nothing really for me to get excited about here on gold. I don't trade it, and there's nothing spectacular here to make me jump on board. It's just sideways price action. It does seem to be coiling up to break out though, so something to keep an eye on. Overall, I'd prefer to sell gold than to buy it, just because of the areas where we're at on the monthly and certain patterns I like to see in the monthly as well. So any instruments you want me to go over, even if I don't trade them, I can give my view on them. It's always good to share thoughts and share views. But wishing you the best of luck for the rest of the week. Be careful out there, price action is a little bit all over the place. Take what you can, don't push too hard, and I'll see you tomorrow.